Four teams come to Cary, North Carolina with the dream of winning a national championship as we welcome you to our first semifinal. The number one seeded Northwestern Wildcats versus the unseeded Florida Gators. Florida, the first unseeded team to make the Final Four since 2017 when Boston College did it. The top seeded Wildcats in white. Samantha Smith in the draw control circle for Northwestern. Liz Harrison in blue and orange for Florida. You practice all year in hopes that you can get to this moment. Here we are in the Final Four, underway in Cary, North Carolina. And it's Northwestern that wins the opening draw with Sam Smith. Here's Skane, 27 in white.
Good double team. Whistle for the foul. We talked about Florida being the number one offense, but guess who's number two? It's this Northwestern team.
It's so dangerous on the 8-meter, first free position of the Final Four. Great save, Elise Fennell. Here's Madison Taylor, Towarton finalist, trying to muscle her way through. Missed it. Shot clock doesn't reset. 3 seconds left in it. Another save, Fennell. Battle for the ball. Well, this opening possession, the reigning champions. Back to Skane.
Excellent defense. The double team and slide is there. They're going to call Florida for a check across the bodies.
Eventually, you give her so many chances, she will make you pay. Owns the Division I scoring record, but snuffed out again. Elise Fennell has denied Skane twice. La Liberty in goal for Northwestern, facing the number one scoring team in the country. They started so well in that quarterfinal. Got up 9-0 against Maryland, and they start well here.
Just a nice pass inside, and the composure for Pavanelli. Northwestern comes and starts to put pressure on, but they don't get their feet set. She's able to cradle through that, get her stick free. An excellent place in the shot. Only had about 7 inches of room to slip that one by. An excellent first start.
Lindsey Frank draws shooting space.
Peter.
Frank charges in and scores! Lindsey Frank ties it at 1.
The transfer from Richmond, who played field hockey in the fall, comes into this Northwestern offense and has found her role. She's so lethal on the back side of an offense when someone like Erin Kuykendall or Izzy Skane can draw double teams.
Just couldn't connect, but it bounces back to Pavanelli. Pavanelli splits the double team, eyes up. Ton of contact and a call comes in.
A lot of swinging going on. That's unheard of. That is absolutely unbelievable. The best shooters want to be about 50%. It all depends on your angle. She's got a great look here.
One-on-one with La Liberty and buries it. Maggie Hall.
She's able to get the ball in her stick, takes the cage, gets fouled, gets on the 8-meter, fire this one low, and flutters up 2-1.
In our opening quarter here in Cary, North Carolina, first of 2 semifinals. Here's Madison Taylor trying to spin her way free. Elise Fennell makes another save. She is dialed in. Hall dispossessed. Shot clock down to 5. Hall stays down. They have to blow play dead with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Hall losing her goggles. Now Florida's sideline saying it's a foul. Northwestern saying it was embellishment.
And embellishment can be carded. Embellishment and flopping is a cardable foul, but the officials did not see that. There's another. We'll see what they call here.
And again, Hall goes down. Northwestern saying she's embellishing on these last 2. The referees instead award Hall a free position.
Here's the last play. So watch the stick towards the head area.
Yeah, I don't see contact. I think she goes down.
See it either. It looked like the Northwestern defender was confused as well. Oh, she looked like she moved early. Yep, that's going to be a false start offensively, so that's going to be Northwestern ball. Seems like the ball's getting stuck a little too much in their sticks, and we've seen Florida come away with some takeaways. So when they make the pass, I think they look for that next pass. So quick passing movements, don't let the slide come.
Samantha Smith wiggles free and ties it at 2.
and she's showing off her dodging ability there. Reading the pressure of her matchup defender, feeling her overplay her top side, and recognizing she can turn and roll to the inside and win herself an angle to cage. Recognizing the slide is not coming and taking that one-on-one. This looks like a little more of the defense we've seen from Northwestern this season. That high pressure zone with 4 up top on that 8-meter fan.
Great take, but no goal. The officials waving it off for a crease violation.
And the man setting 1v1, so a little bit uncomfortable for this Florida defense. You'd think the Wildcats would want to capitalize.
Beautifully tucked away, Izzy Skane.
They're woman up, not much angle, and just shoots with absolute precision. Just watch her release point here. A nice little handle, quick cradle, and just beautiful assessment of where is open and gets that one by Fennell. Great feed from Mary Schumar.
Like you mentioned, Sheehan, it's that quick release. She pours in goals at a rate that is unheard of.
Here's Danielle Pavanelli. Finds Waters. Great stop. Florida trying to reload quickly. And Northwestern's defense comes up strong again. Mahoney the takeaway.
At the end of the third quarter.
Quick ball movement to beat a zone offensively when you're in a woman up opportunity. And you still want to dodge, and you dodge like that so you can draw the foul. So that was an excellent take.
On the 8-meter, this is not a good angle for Heller, though. Decides to go the goal anyway, and La Liberty just keeps it out on this very field. Pavanelli all over La Liberty, steals it right back, and goes to goal! Danielle Pavanelli stripped it, fed it to Ashley Gonzalez, and Florida ties it at 3.
And Danielle Pavanelli times this back check perfectly as La Liberty tries to go one-handed, and the patience and awareness of Pavanelli to hold on to that ball for an extra second, draw that defender on the inside and Jane Hansen, and that opens up Ashley Gonzalez on the back side of the back pipe for a one-timer. True sign of a senior leader. Feels like she's been the heartbeat of this offense all season long.
Great take, Madison Taylor! What an individual effort and an immediate answer.
For Northwestern, an excellent just take to goal. She backs up, gets her defender running at her, and then she starts to penetrate in, gets her stick free. Beautiful job just with the face dodge. And then look how she changes the levels of that shot. She's diving to the turf, her stick stays high, and then she fires it. Love the goal camera.
Talk about the matchup of a lifetime for someone like Caitlin Davies, just a sophomore, but usually takes that top matchup for this Florida defense.
La Liberty back in and makes a spectacular save to deny Maggie Hall. Wow!
Florida letting Erin Coignadal just be behind the cage, not putting any pressure on her, and this is another isolation play for Madison Taylor.
And Taylor buries it again!
Want to slide to me, just my other 2 attackers that I line up next to. She'll go to work on that left elbow. We've seen her go underneath. Here she makes one subtle drop step, and that buys her the space to go over the top.
Pavanelli slowing things down for the Florida offense. They started so well, Charlotte. How do they get back to that on the offensive end?
They love the middle.
How about that? Madison Waters.
Pavanelli raised her hand to settle things down. However, Madison Waters saw that she had the lane. The high bouncer just goes right off this beautiful grass field. Northwestern up 5-4.
Here's Izzy Skane in attack mode. Goes left and scores!
Looking for a feed, but that one split dodge wins that explosive foot race to the inside. And again, her wrists are so strong. She can shoot so quick with some heat on it coming downhill.
I love how loose she is with her stick.
Right back in championship weekend. This is their 5th straight appearance of the Final Four and trying to make it back-to-back titles. Skane has been with them. Good opportunity here for Florida. Maggie Hall through contact scores!
The key is exploding off the 8-meter, and you can see what she does so well is puts that stick in front of her body for the protection, and just explosiveness, great protection, and evades the crease. And you drop that stick as a shooter after you score a goal so the officials can check the pocket.
While Northwestern tries to press out and trap them with heavy pressure.
Hall trying to spin her way free, keeps her balance and buries it.
And this is the risk that Northwestern takes by pressing out so far, blitzing on the crease. Maggie Hall recognizes that Smith overplays her as she comes down back behind the crease. And she takes that as a dodging opportunity.
And they feel much more ready, especially being prepared from that UVA game. But they rattled a bit, but took a deep breath and, kind of got it back in gear.
Skane fires Northwestern back in front.
Just is electrifying. And again, once again, the off-ball teammates, they're cutting through, and she looks like she's going to reassess and maybe dish the ball out. Instead, when she sees an opening to Cage and can release that shot, she is going to take it. A great split dodge, back and forth, right to left hand. Doesn't need much angle. This is stick side high.
Gene, I think you'd want to start initiating offense here because you're not going to have too much time on the shot clock once the penalty's over.
Yeah, you got to operate quickly, and this is something that you work on constantly in practice.
Heller saved by the Liberty. So a big opportunity for Florida to tie this game at 7 at the start of the second half.
And a smart move for Florida, not just to try to rush that 8-meter shot on not a great angle.
Good look here, buried. Gianna Monaco ties it at 7.
This Gators offense that leads the nation in assists, right on the doorstep, recognizing they're not going to pick her up. She presents a target on goal line extended, and she's patient as she comes around the crease to beat La Liberty low.
She's such a threat because she can score, but she's an excellent distributor.
195 career assists for Kuykendall, just 5 away from 200. They get it to Taylor.
This one she's completely wide open, so the double team focuses on Izzy Skane. She takes a lot of the heat, and a nice cross-field pass. Completely, the defense was not able to rotate. Great look here.
Not a great angle for Hall, passes out of it, and Paisley Egan draws shooting space.
This is a great look here. She's going to want to veer just slightly to the left towards the center of that 8-meter.
Lets it rip, and La Liberty's there to keep it out. Hall came flying in.
Flying out and understanding that your teammates will have your back so you can see the veteran leadership on both ends of the field.
Taylor regathers, shoots, stings the corner.
And she's so strong at turning the corner on this left-handed elbow where she absolutely makes a living. The slide is late, the slide's on her backside. And that frees up her strong hand coming downhill.
This is Pavanelli. Hall has a step, trying to use it, dove in. She's laying flat on her back in the crease, but I think a foul came first. Hall, 76% conversion rate from the 8-meter, charges in and scores! The patience to not release it until it was ready, and Maggie Hall makes it a 1-goal game.
Look how she penetrates the inside. And the beauty here is one of the protection of the stick, and then also how she evades the crease. So she lets this one go, she throws in a quick fake. She's forcing it, but also is patient as she forces it. She gets herself to a great angle when they need a goal. This is what a leader does. In Northwestern, they're just trying to cut off her angle. However, the defenders are running by her, and Hall's able to get her stick completely free. Drops the stick, and then runs around the crease to stay out of it.
Emily Heller, so much speed contained there.
And they found success off that fast perimeter ball movement, but then attacking quick on the backside.
Pavanelli taken out by Mahoney. Danielle Pavanelli, the senior leader of this Florida team, playing in their first semifinal in 12 years. Charges in through contact, buries it. But the contact came first, and buckle up. Midway through this third quarter, tied at 9 between Florida and Northwestern. This Pavanelli goal coming right at you in your living room.
For Florida.
Lindsey Frank weaving her way through the defense.
This one just trickles in, but she just does a quick little slick dodge from up top, but lets that release for about the 7 meter, just very close to that 8 meter line. Because oftentimes goalies are used to people penetrating in and really taking their time. Just bounces off, it looks like the pole. And they've been dominating. They dominated in conference. They suffered 2 losses to start the season, but they've been on a roll.
Great save by Liberty. Kendall Halpern escapes the pressure, gets it to Samantha Smith. A lot of contact.
And you can tell they want the pressure on that half of the 30, so they evade the green card situation. That pressure's coming quick.
Nice save. Elise Fennell called into action, makes the stop. Both of these teams, who's going to find their footing first after a 55-minute weather delay with your whole season on the line in the fourth quarter in a 1-goal game? Here's Dylan Amonte, storms through, draws contact.
21 seconds on the shot clock, though. So even if you opt to pull out, it's a bit hard to make sure see if you're going to get a great shot out.
Amonte fires it low and scores.
Amonte's constantly working off ball to generate opportunities on the backside. As you see how she generated this 8 meter, but a step down, textbook high to low, using every ounce of torque in her upper body. And her teammates are fired up.
The defense has been much of a storyline. We're going to see a block call, and this looks like it's going to go Northwestern's way as well.
Off the free position, Northwestern a 3-goal lead.
It almost feels like Lindsey Frank has gotten better and better every single game, every possession for this Northwestern offense. Coming in out of the box. The deception on this shot is with her body language. She's leaning to the left, subtly dips her shoulders.
Lindsey Frank has the hot stick right now. 3 goals to her name. Trying to work it one-on-one. Feeds it inside. Great save. Boy, did Florida need that. Elise Fennell to the rescue for the Gators. In what feels like a big possession in this game coming after the 55-minute weather delay, Northwestern scores the first 2 goals. Florida looking for an answer. La Liberty! What a stop! Now in attack mode. Finds Kuykendall, 4 seconds to shoot, fires, and it goes! Erin Kuykendall with 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
The skill, the flair, the no-look, showcasing her range, and the Wildcats are heating up in the fourth.
Just take it down to start transition and not waste any time.
And you almost feel like Sammy White and Madison Taylor have a sixth sense for each other. They're 2 to the ball with 1 Florida Gator around them.
But you got to put the pressure on, try to come up with a turnover, force them into shots. You don't want them to work the shot clock.
Her 5th of the day!
Isolating again on that left elbow where we've seen her go to work all day today. And again, the slide is just a little bit too late. And she recognizes that, and then she pulls the trigger.
That national championship game against Boston College. Now as a sophomore, she is an established star, one of the 5 towards on finalists. And if Florida's going to come back and find 5 goals, you have to convert your free positions. No goals in 15 minutes for Florida. Pavanelli gets this one. much needed for the Gators, and it's their senior leader who delivers.
And just explodes, quick little stick fake, and great bounce shot. Fake high, shoot low, and hugs that pipe with the placement.
Sammy White loses her footing there adjacent to Danielle Pavanelli. And that frees up that non-stick side a little bit more for her to fight to that angle.
A lot of time coming off this clock on this possession. Here's Skane, full head of speed! Easy Skane might have just sealed it for Northwestern.
And just a great job, draw and dump, perfectly executed. Erin Kuykendall, again, just evades the pressure, gets her stick free, and gets to Izzy Skane, and she puts it in. A nose to cage, and that goes right between the legs.
That's a sign of two players who have played together for quite some time.
But Florida, if any of these teams should be used to it, just in terms of what they practice in down in the Florida Heat day in, day out.
Swiped away by Pavanelli. Hall has it. What poise! Maggie Hall!
Setting up in the ride. Perfectly executed. Ashley Gonzalez forces her back to Pavanelli, who times the check as Smith rolls back to the outside. And who else but Maggie Hall when her team needs it the most? The patience on the doorstep to take the extra second, throw the extra hitch. La Liberty bites high. She buries it low.
And I feel like Maggie Hall grew up listening to you do broadcasts because you always say, throw in an extra fake. And now Northwestern will kill the final 20 seconds here and then await the winner of Syracuse and Boston College. Skane tried to add one more. Northwestern, a 15-11 win in the semifinal, and the Wildcats will have an opportunity to defend their national championship and try to go back-to-back.
Capitalized out of the weather delay. Found a way to get it done on both sides of the ball. Adjustments at the drop control and showcasing their experience at the biggest stage of college lacrosse.